It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 55, 20. Right there in the middle, 55. Tackles. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Kill.
Goff on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Too little, cupcake. Mike 55.
Back to throw, Goff.
It's our time.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, watch that.
76, tell him. 76.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Safety creep.
And 58 is a Mike.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottled him up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Goff on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check. 76.
Goff now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Throwing on third. Gone. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Hey, here we go. 4's Mike. Here we go. Kill. 4. Watch 54. Record. Here we go. 47. Shady weapon. Ball trot. Check safety. 26. Crash.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, brother.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler, Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, that's complete to the tight end, Everett. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Third and 2. Goff. Man open. It's Cup. He's got it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Listen. Hey, box drop. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
On 1st and 10, Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Goff. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here some. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Cobb to return. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Defense, our time. It's our time.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The 1st down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Back.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Prescott.
Watch the whip.
That one complete to Elliott. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Goff. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Shit. Los Angeles.
Tiger. 5. Check 25. Golf. Hey, kill.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 55. Come on.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award, I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And all the way down to the 29. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 29-yard line. Prescott on first down. That's a strong running. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Check 9, check 9. There we go, going to 53. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, line 80. Double up. Here we go, 46. Go. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, Mark Ingram.
Defense wins championships, baby.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Who that? Alert flare, alert flare.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Gain of 11. That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back now in Arlington.
That's the end of the third quarter.
It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18 on the counter. Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. Completes it to Jason Witten. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, and the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
It's a party now. Watch out. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Mike.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 13 yards.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Gurley again here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, zoom. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Yeah. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All day.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 24, check 24.
And the blitz does come. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Elliott. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
18. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A gain of 9 brings up
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So this one will end in a victory.